What is happening? This video is so chaotic in the best way. I'm just like profusely sweating because it's 27 degrees in here, but I think it was them turning up the heat. Hello, Claire Bears. It's Elsie. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and if you are returning, welcome back. Friends, we are back with yet another ATEEZ comeback, a brand new era of ATEEZ. We had the Treasure era, we had the Zero Fever era, we had the World era, and now we have the Golden Hour era. As an ATEEZ lore enthusiast who has no idea what's going on half the time, I'm very excited to see where this goes. So we're gonna react to the whole album today. But even though it feels like yesterday that we had a brand new album from ATEEZ, I feel like so much has happened since then. First of all, I got tickets to ATEEZ's concert in Toronto. Woohoo! Not VIP this time. VIP was 1,000 Canadian dollars, and as amazing as the experience was the first time around, I'm not going to pay $1,000 to go a second time. I'm sorry. If I were made of money, maybe, but I'm not. And then second, I just had something amazing come in the mail yesterday, and it was not Golden Hour. Still haven't gotten that yet, but I got this in the mail. Part of me wishes I would have filmed my reaction because the way I screamed like a child when I unboxed him. And then look how cute this is. Already replaced my other Hongjoong on my lights over here. It's been a good week to be 18-y, so I'm very excited. Let's get to the reaction, and I might be clutching him the whole time for emotional support. But before we get to the video, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel. For today's beverage of the day, I wanted to have a golden drink to celebrate Golden Hour. So I have a blueberry gold peach iced tea. Gold peak iced tea. I don't really know what blueberry iced tea is supposed to taste like, but I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? All right, I gave her a good shakeroo, so let's see. See, this tastes like actual tea and actual blueberry, not like blueberry flavor. So let's get to our Golden Hour intro here. Are we going to get another Maddox intro? I feel like it wouldn't be complete without him, honestly. And with a theme for this however many albums being called Golden Hour, is this suggesting that, you know, they're like at their peak? Because with the Golden Hour, that's, you know, the peak time to film or photograph in terms of the quality of the light. And the catastrophist in me is thinking like, oh, Golden Hour, so does this mean this is going to be like their second to last series ever? Because, you know, it's like right before the sunset. Oh no, I'm not letting my brain go down that path, okay? So let's watch the intro video. Here we go. Oh, the hat. No, not the lighteny. This is so meta.
Golden Hour.
There he
the brightest
is.
Moments in life. Those moments are like quick flashes and never come back. Everyone has their own special time in life. Some people look forward to what's ahead, while others cherish the memories of what's gone by. But just like every beginning has an end, what should we dream of and hope for as these fleeting moments pass? What should we call all the other times apart from those beautiful and shining moments? Could living for a moment leave our hearts feeling emptier? The moments of laughter with friends.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to unpack here.
Relaxing weekends with loved ones. Could these be the real golden hours of our lives?
Oh my goodness, I love this. I love the idea of these small, insignificant moments in life being the things that really matter, or this idea of not knowing what you have until it's gone. But yeah, let's briefly recap here. So Golden Hour, the brightest moments in life, those moments are like quick flashes and never come back. So yeah, at first I kind of interpreted this as being kind of dark, of just like these kind of moments will never happen again. But I think what they more mean like is that specific moment is never going to happen again because, you know, you can't go back in time. But everyone has their own special times in life. Some people look forward to what's ahead, while others cherish the memories of what's gone by. I I feel like you could do both. Although if I had to choose, would definitely say I'm more of a look forward to what's ahead rather than a look backwards kind of person. But just like every beginning has an end, what should we dream of and hope for as these fleeting moments pass? What should we call all the other times, apart from those beautiful and shining moments? Could living for the moment leave our hearts feeling emptier? These are big questions. Questions I don't think I can answer right now. But it is interesting of, this poster being placed here of the future concert with all these others being ones that have happened in the past. But, this idea of living for the moment really conjures this idea of presence and the need to be present in our lives, to appreciate those best moments and recognize those best moments in the moment. So being present is definitely important, but at the same time, if you're only focusing on the present, obviously that's not good, because if you're not planning for the future, anticipating the future, taking in what has happened in the past into account, that could potentially set you up for a bad time. So I think like with anything in life, the key is balance. Balancing being present with thinking about the future, with considering the past, obviously is way more difficult in practice than in theory. But then they really highlight some of those moments that might feel like regular, normal moments, with their ATEEZ hats, of the moments of laughter with friends, quiet family dinners, relaxing weekends with loved ones. And again, it almost feels like you don't realize and recognize the significance of the moments you're in. But then it can also be really difficult to recognize them in the moment, the significance of those moments, until it's almost like too late and you can never have them back. But I feel like there's so many different interpretations that you could take from this, and different ways that you could apply what they're saying to your own personal situation. And I love concepts like that. I love those types of concepts that can have so many different applications and can resonate so deeply with people, but in such different ways. And then in terms of how it applies to ATEEZ, of course, it really just shows how far they've come, and that maybe they still have places to go, but that they're at a stage in their careers where this is the kind of thing that they're thinking about. Because even just like in the last few years, even since I started this channel, ATEEZ has blown up a lot more. And of course, a career in K-pop is much different than a normal career. It's almost like an athlete in terms of just how incredibly shortened it is. So I think of the like Eric Erickson 7 stages of development, or my bad, 8 stages of development. And this sounds kind of funny considering obviously they're not middle-aged, but they're almost like middle-aged in terms of their K-pop career. So they might be in the generativity versus stagnation phase, where they strive to create or nurture things that will outlast them, and contributing to society and doing things to promote future generations. So, their legacy is something that they're starting to think about very actively. And, making their mark versus stagnation of the failure to find a way to contribute. But I can guarantee you, ATEEZ have contributed a whole whack of a lot to the K-pop scene. So they don't need to worry about stagnation, that's for sure. Okay, I'm sure that segment will be a lot longer than the intro actually was. And now we're going to the Work music video, which, full disclosure, I have been mildly spoiled on, because this was everywhere on social media. It was unavoidable, the chorus of Work. So I did hear snippets of it, but of course I haven't heard the full song, and I have not seen the music video, which as of recording this on June 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern time, it has 13 million views, and it is number 11 on trending for music. Woohoo! Choreography San. That's cool. Oh, the safety of all human and animal. Are we gonna get more animals? Is the goat back? But I have a feeling that based on what I have heard from Work so far, that this is going to be even more camp, even more silliness to build on the campiness and silliness that we got from Bouncy, from Crazy Form. And as much as I love serious, intense ATEEZ, I think my favorite ATEEZ is silly, campy ATEEZ. So I'm very, very excited. Let's get into the music video for Work. I'm ready. What on earth? Well, what on earth? That was an excellent unintended pun. I can't believe this is how we're starting this. I love it. Oh my goodness. Or ATEEZ in their fancy farmer era. What? This has already gone so off the rails and we haven't even started. So again, silly campy ATEEZ is my favorite ATEEZ.
Gotta work, gotta make that money, make purse. Gotta focus, so I make it purr. Give them a flash when they see me earn. Gotta work, gotta
But
make that money.
small complaint. Oh look, the ATEEZ. I'm pretty sure that's a clarinet, right? But whatever. I really don't want to be one of those well actually people, so ignore me. So yeah, I'm gonna backtrack a bit.
Gotta make that money, make purse. Gotta focus, so I make it purr. Give them a flash.
I love that.
Gotta work, gotta make that money, make purse.
Make that money make purse.
Gotta get that credit, get perk. Gotta work. Yo! 눈 뜨면 착착 준비되는 golden plate. 이제만 도착, get late.
Not Park Sung-hwa riding an ostrich. I want to know who came up with this concept and how high they were at the time because it's iconic. Ooh, leather vest Sam. Oh my goodness. ATEEZ is making it rain. Oh. Spanish ATEEZ. Their deep voices there. Ooh. Okay, Willy Wonka Mingy. Oh, I can't. What is happening? Oh, oh. Aw, Yosong and his rooster. Now I know what we meant by the animals not being harmed. And here I was thinking it was just gonna be the goat, but this is just so extra in every sense of the word. Aw, also I didn't know Freckled San. Obviously I'm partial to freckles, although I don't actually have a lot for a ginger, so I'm just pale with none of the benefits. But we've got these like lucha libre folks and someone in a rooster costume. This whole video really does feel like a drug trip, but I like it that they capitalized the real here. Like, just look, those little entertainers just follow the real ones. Who are these little entertainers that he's talking about? Even my friends, in-laws, is this their soft launch way of announcing one of them is married? Who do you think is going to be the first member of ATEEZ to get married? Who's the like biggest romantic? I think there was that bouncy era video with some kind of publication that it was Sung-hwa, right? I could see that. I could see Sung-hwa being the first to get married. Okay, we've gone off the rails as usual. But yeah, let's resume with Sung-hwa and his ostrich. Godzilla ATEEZ. Ride with me, if you insist. Not interested in socializing, because he's got his buddy. Is this them cooking all of those roosters? Oh my gosh, not the Grand Theft Auto reference. Just casually getting carjacked and Sung-hwa being behind it. This video is so chaotic in the best way. With hydraulics on top of that. Oh. Like reggaeton influence. That kick. Oh my gosh. I will never get over Yosong and his chicken, Brewster. Songhwa being in the egg the whole time, twist ending. And I could definitely see a song like this just like absolutely popping off this summer because it is an absolute booty shaker from start to finish. But trying to take a step back a little bit, it does kind of feel like this is ATEEZ's way of appreciating that they are, you know, at their peak right now. Breaking news popping up no matter where I go. My songs play all day on the radio. Girls dancing like flamingo. But my time is money, so adios. But, you know, it's also their way of saying like, I work hard for my money. I didn't just get here by luck or by chance. You know, Leo Song's not interested in socializing because they gotta work. And, you know, as much as I was distracted by mostly topless sand, it does almost like with the hat and everything, it does very much evoke like the ATEEZ era and the fact that he's like willing to get his hands dirty. So that was a whole lot of fun. I just love that they could do something so silly and not take themselves so seriously. Clearly, I don't take myself seriously either. So you can see why them not taking themselves seriously either resonates with me. I screamed over getting a plushie doll yesterday, okay? Can I make June Remy twerk? Gotta work. Gotta make that money make first. Okay, let's go to Blind. So with a song called Blind, are we maybe gonna backtrack a little bit here in terms of the bravado? Are they saying they're blind? Or maybe, you know, blind to appreciating what they have? Like, I'm trying to tie it back to what the theme of the album is here. Let's find out. More like reggaeton vibes here. Love is Blind. Oh, Spanish. Whisper to you until the sun rises. Oh my. Hunger. Onto Busan. Oh, I love the sassiness. Makes me think of Ariba, Queen of the Night. Yeah, so far, 2 booty shakers. Oh! This is so fun and, like, saucy. It's like accordion? Devil or angel, just one. Ooh, that was an interesting fix on. Was that Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo? At first I thought it was like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, you know, like Cinderella, like turning you into like perfect princess. I don't know. Ignore me. I don't care about the front or the back. This feels like it's bringing elements back of like their pirate days. Like, you know, if all these pirates went out to the club in Madrid. Like if Barcelona would make more sense on the coast. I don't know where my brain went there. If I must. This is so fun. It's like these saxophones. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be so good in concert. Can you imagine there being like Latin influenced choreography? That was so fun. I would love to play this for my Colombian sister-in-law because this reminded me so much of a lot of the music that she would play and that like her family too would play together. It was just, like everyone in her family was so musical. So at their engagement party, it was just kind of like song after song after song after song that sounded so much like this. This was just like so fun, and it feels like such a celebration. Their celebration of this queen of the night of theirs, and just like celebrating spending time with her and having an evening to dance tonight, this burning night. And they feel an unbearable thirst. Whoever makes choice and feel an unbearable thirst, taking notes. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before about the stages of development, I'm wondering whether we're not quite at that like middle-aged stage for them, and it's more about the 6th stage of the intimacy versus isolation, and that like middle stage of the hierarchy of needs as well, of having love and intimacy to be able to go to that next level of fulfillment and, you know, self-esteem, and not being able to get there until you have that love and that connection. So this part of their existence as ATEEZ is them, you know, really focusing on this intimacy piece, including romantic and sexual relationships, but more so about intimacy, having close, loving relationships. But, you know, work almost talked more about the isolation part of, you know, saying I don't want to socialize and not being able to have that intimacy because of them working so hard. So as much as both of those songs were like fun booty shakers, they tackled a completely different side of these stages of development. So yeah, I'm very interested to see now what direction we go in, where Empty Box takes us. I have a feeling that a song Empty Box is going to give us a little bit more like insight into their psyche at the moment of work, and Blind was more surface level, but as we go throughout the album, it's going to go a little bit more under the surface. So let's find out. Ooh. Ooh, these soft vocals are gorgeous. Especially the high-low there. I was just gonna say, are they trying to move on from someone here? I'm such a sucker for Yoonho vocals. And Jongho's too. Truly. And you know, I like that so far, at least on this album. I know that there had been, I guess not quite criticism, but some comments from ATEEZ saying that it seemed kind of like all Jongho's parts were just like hitting high notes, and that was really all that he was being given. But it seems like, at least so far with this album, that he's really getting to show other sides of his vocal range as well, which I really enjoy. So they're talking about wanting to move on, but they're saying they're not gonna miss this person. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. These vocals are gorgeous.
같아 따뜻함 식었다 무의미한 시간 같아 떠안고 떠나갔다 바랬고 바래진다 해줬고 버려졌다 뭘 간절히 바라보고 있을까 쌓았던 땀이
Did you cry when the dam you built collapsed? Ah, there's some like angst in there, some resentment. Like it passes and disappears. There's no trace left. The hot night is gone. The warmth has cooled down. It seemed like a meaningless time, so I took it and left. I hoped for you, but I faded away and was abandoned. What are you desperately looking at? Did you cry when the dam you built collapsed? Like, so this is my theory. This was almost like a failed relationship that instead of like processing the feelings of the failure of said relationship, it was kind of like put in that empty box, like the feelings were balled up, put in the box and packed away. And now here they are, almost unpacking those feelings again, processing them now. Maybe when they're being almost like confronted with this person, they've someone from their past has returned. So yeah, I could be very off base there, but that's my theory.
지면서 울었던가 어떤 감정이 붙잡고 나를 흔들까 결국 우린 이별을 향해서 달렸다
I like my theory, even if it's not true. That might have been Yoonho, not San. I could be wrong. I love how much Yoonho's getting a spotlight in the song. It's interesting too because in a way, I don't know why I'm bringing out so many like sociological theories today, but I just like somehow thought of the grief cycle as well, where in a way it almost feels like they're touching on the 5 different stages of the cycle in one song, as they kind of like process these feelings and then ultimately land on like, I hope you find something better. And you know, if you're feeling the same way, I wish you better than our time together, and not just something better, but more than better, which is a very like emotionally mature response from them. I'm sure many of you out there have had relationships where you're just like, this person could go straight to hell. But I guess it depends on what happened, of course. But sometimes it's just like 2 good people don't go together. So you can kind of like still mutually want the best for that other person. And so this is just kind of like a stepping stone for them, I guess, and finding that right person. And they'll be that stepping stone for that person too. I'm just hoping that they're not talking to us here and saying like, time to move on from us. No way, Jose. Okay, now we go to Shaboom. I have a feeling with a song called Shaboom that the vibe's gonna be different from Empty Box. Can you imagine a very like serious song being called Shaboom? I would die. So let's see where we go now. Hello.
I don't care about what you think, cause I just want some more.
What? ATEEZ doing a reggae song? PT lady. For a second, I was just like, but I don't think the blow I'm thinking about is the blow they're talking about. I'm gonna go back a little bit because I was just like so shocked by hearing an ATEEZ reggae song that I wasn't really focusing that much on the actual song. So yeah, let's backtrack.
Pretty lady. 시작할게 샴페인 불러. 삶은 계속 바쁘게 흘러. 시간 앞에선 모두가 늙어. 우린 필요해 생각 없는.
We need mindless playtime. Agreed, Songhwa. Bringing back the bouncy era. Oh. Ooh. Oh, it took a turn. Turned into like almost like a dubstep. And that like mingy high-pitched rap. This is wild. Yeah, I'm loving all these moments for Jongho to just like go to different areas of his vocal register. Yeah, this feels like ultimate summer album. Hold on, I gotta go back and get the proper start to the Hanjun rap. Hot chicken. Oh my gosh. My mind is blown. This album almost feels like Treasure 3. Oh man. This concert is just gonna be like a big party. Oh my gosh, that like anti-drop there. Yeah, the song feels so like chaotic and like cross genre. Yeah, this was cool. And those were some just like A+ reps from Hongjoong and Mingi there. And I love just like how many different global influences there have been throughout this album. We had a Latin influence and now we have like reggae influence. I would be so curious to hear from like Jamaican ATEEZ and what they think about a reggae influenced song. But I really just like the carefree vibes of this album, maybe excluding Empty Box in terms of the carefreeness of it all, but it just feels like such a summertime party album, and that's why it just really makes me think of Treasure EP3. But part of me is kind of wondering whether, based on the intro, that this album is really meant to be the like living in the moment album, having fun, and then maybe in the future like another part of this series is going to be them like dealing with the consequences, and that they're going to learn that their actions have consequences of, you know, just like indulging in this life, or of, you know, maybe the consequences of like working hard, playing hard, like they seem to be alluding to here. But for now, let's just enjoy the fun. And let's end off with our last song here, which is Siren. I really love P1 Harmony's debut. So yeah, this album has been a lot of fun. So do we start to hint towards what's to come, or are we gonna end off again with another like party song banger? Let's listen into our last song. Oh, okay. Definitely ending off with a banger here. I like this kind of like kooky beat. Ooh, buzz microphone drop. If you don't want to hear it, cover your ears. Like, oh, break the wall.
I got the way, we got the move.
Yo song. Got the waves. Oh my gosh. Their rap verses on this album have been like next level. The critics who are breaking this era are not fine. Natural talent and luck are all skills. That is like a strong statement of, you know, I didn't just get here by being lucky or just like riding off my talent. Like I put in the work. Altogether worldwide, it'll be great worldwide. Agreed. Don't hold on to your pants. Go down there to the end. I made it all facts because it's all mine. Siren grows bigger. It's like a wind instrument. The sound of a song that resonates from verse to verse. Ooh, or thought. Could this be like a siren, like a warning siren of what's to come if they're not careful with how they deal with all of this success and the, you know, like the spoils of their victories, if you will. I'm so curious if that's going to be like the next chapter. It's funny that I'm already thinking about the next chapter before we're even done, but that's like what great storytelling does is it makes you look forward to what's to come. I feel like despite it being like a lot of like fun party type of songs, they're still like telling a story here. I love this video song part. And San's so versatile. Yeah, I love ATEEZ in their cocky era. Oh, I'm warm in here. It's 27 degrees. But maybe it's them. Wow. What a way to end this album. But yeah, I'm just like profusely sweating because it's 27 degrees in here. But I think it was them turning up the heat. And you know, maybe this is me reading into things too much and trying to make the puzzles fit into my vision of how this series is going to go. But when I see this song or this line towards the end of the song of ring the signal, buzz buzz ends right before I wake up. Like, is this almost like an alarm going off to kind of like snap them out of it and, you know, alerting them to the fact that they might be going down like a perilous path? Who's to say? But, you know, I could really see this album and like work specifically popping off this summer because of just like how fun the vibes are. A lot of time music is like an escape, and for them to have like fun, danceable music, it could be like that good summer escape. But I feel like when they come back next and they have their next album, which, you know, might come out in like the winter, that it might be that like that rude awakening when I think of like this golden hour theme. But I'm definitely enjoying this fun while it is lasting. But friends, thank you very, very much for joining me for this reaction. Had a lot of fun with this. I always have so much fun with ATEEZ reactions. They're my alt, of course. Like, it's how I got started with my channel, but still. And I don't think I have a favorite on this album yet. Of course, it's only been one listen, so I'll have to, you know, really listen to it a couple more times. But like, if I had to choose, maybe Blind. But yeah, it does feel strange trying to compare like Blind to Empty Box. It almost felt like a blip compared to the theme of the rest of the album. But as always, I would love to hear your comments, what you think, what your favorite songs are, if you think any of my if any of my theories make sense or if they're absolutely ridiculous. Either way, would love to hear from you. But until next time, until next comeback, who knows when that's gonna be. I hope you're doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope you two have a wonderful rest of your day.